Valentine's Day event is now live in Pokemon GO, and with it comes this lovely Wishes timed research. And what we had to do was catch 5 Pokemon. We had to spend 3 Pokestops or gyms. Now all I've got to do is power up Pokemon 5 times. So I'm thinking let's power up this Shadow Nidoking at least 5 times, because I do want to max this thing out. This is a Shadow Hundo. But now that we've done that, we can claim our rewards of 15 Pokeballs, of 10 Great Balls. We're also going to get 2 Silver Pineapple Berries. And for the final rewards, we're going to get 500 Stardust. We're also going to get ourselves a Lucky Egg, which is pretty nice, and we're going to get 500 XP. And now that we've done that, I believe we're going to get another split branch kind of pathway here. So there they are. We're going to get 2 times XP for catching a Pokemon, getting 30-minute daily incenses, and extra candy for catching Pokemon. So obviously the catching Pokemon and the Pokemon candy ones are very useful for new players or old players. If you want to gain XP, this is fantastic. If you need more candies for a specific Pokemon, this is great. But I'm going to go for the daily adventure incense being 30 minutes because I really enjoy the fact that we get extra chances at a Galarian bird. You're not guaranteed to see one. You're not guaranteed to catch one. But if you have a good path where you can walk and do a 30-minute grind on this thing, you can get up to 50 plus Pokemon. And one of those could potentially be a Galarian bird. So that's the one I'm going to go for. And for page 2 of the Lovely Witches, we have to catch 10 Pokemon, then catch 25 Pokemon, then catch 8 different species of Pokemon. And we got to use the daily adventure incense to help catch 15 Pokemon. But like I said, we're probably going to get like 50, so that won't be a problem. And the last one is to send 25 gifts to friends. And while we're trying to take care of all of this, we're also going to try to get ourselves a Shiny Frillish, which luckily is in researches, but it's not boosted in researches. Apparently they're boosted in the 7-kilometer eggs, but I will say that they said that with Helioptile, and I didn't get lucky with that one. But that doesn't mean it isn't boosted in the eggs. I mean, they are limited eggs, so you only get so many chances with it. But these researches right here are to earn 10 hearts with your buddy, and when you do that, you do get a Frillish, so let's see what we get. Number 1 is going to be, not a shiny one sadly, but that's still cool. And the next one's going to be blue one, but sadly not shiny. I am hoping to get the male shiny just because it is a little rarer than the female, but let's see what happens. This one's also blue, but sadly not it. And in case you were curious, Frillish is spawning in the wild. They're not shiny boosted at all. So if you see them in the wild, it's a 1 in 450 to 1 in 500 odd chance of it being shiny. But I still recommend you going after every one of them you can see because there's always a chance you'll get it. Another research you should focus on during this event isn't even an event research. Research is to make 5 great curveball throws in a row, and you will get a special Spinda that'll have a heart on its head, and you have a pretty decent chance of getting a shiny one. So this one isn't shiny sadly, but as you can see on the forehead there is a heart. And it is shiny, as you can see, it does have a broken heart on its forehead, which is a really cool touch. And apparently they are an event task as well. So if you see make 5 great curveball throws in a row, whether it's an event or not, you'll get a Spinda and it will have the heart shape pattern. And a huge goal I have for this event is to try to get as many shiny Furfrous as possible. This one sadly isn't it. It is a full odds. But there are 10 different forms or trims for this Furfrou, and I've only got 3 shiny Furfrous, so I need to get 7 more for me to be able to get all 10 of them. It's gonna be a rough grind. But since I do have an extra one that I haven't done a trim on, let's make this one of the rarest ones, because during this event and this event only, you can change it to the heart trim. It's gonna cost you 10,000 Stardust, but there it is, the heart trim right there. This will be the rarest form for a shiny or for a hundo for that matter, and I highly suggest you guys go for them if you can. But there we go, we've got the heart trim. Very glad that we had a shiny for this one. I've actually traded for this shiny Furfrou. I've never caught a shiny Furfrou in the wild yet, and normally I never do that, but I needed it for Japan, so I had to trade. But hopefully during this event we'll be able to get at least one of them. And of course we have some shiny shadows to still grind out. This one is an Arlo, and it didn't give me the last one I needed, but that's fine because apparently there's another one right here. And here's the second Arlo. Come on, blue. Nope, not blue, and a 165. Mega Gardevoir is also in raids now, and it can be shiny when you defeat it. And I have yet to see a shiny Gardevoir, so that would be really cool to find in the wild. So here it is, 3, 2, 1. It's not blue, unfortunately, and a 1703. I believe you want to have a 1767 as the non-weather boosted hundo, and as for the weather boosted hundo, I think it's a 2209. Here be another Arlo. It didn't bring a shiny with him, of course. Found Cliff hanging out in a parking garage. Did he have a shiny? No, he didn't have a shiny. Okay, cool. I don't know why there's so many Cliffs in parking garages, but he didn't bring a shiny in the parking garage. Oh well. And after a little bit of hunting, let's go. We got a shiny Gardevoir from one of the mega raids. 1745 as well. That's pretty decent. It's definitely not the hundo by any means, but nonetheless, I'm just glad to get it, and hopefully it'll have good IVs for the mega. But thank you again, Alex, for sending that raid. I really didn't expect to get it, because it is kind of rare to get a mega shiny. But let's see this one. 1745 is going to be, well, it's got 15 attack. Awesome. 15, 12, 13. This may actually be my best shiny Gardevoir, so that's awesome. And you know what? Why not? Let's just favorite this real quick, and let's mega evolve this one, just so we can get a shiny dex entry. This thing, shiny mega, is so freaking good. I'm not gonna lie, like, it is one of the best shiny megas out there, because it definitely changes quite a bit. Check that out. It has a black dress instead. It looks really cool, doesn't it? And there it is, registered to the dex. Awesome. So glad that we're filling this thing up so much. Now, obviously, this thing is not powered up by any means, so it's only a 2548, but if you have a 100%, I believe it's over 5,200 CP. It's pretty up there. And the incense provides with our first wild shiny of the event, a Nidoran male. Sadly, not a shiny shadow one to complete the set, but I'm always down to get it. Plus, it it could be a good one, who knows? Nidoking is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon in total, so it would be cool to get a really good one, because I don't have any really good shiny Nidokings. So let's see how this one turned out. A 197 is, well, it's got 15 attack, so that's nice. I've managed to find myself 2 more of the Frillish quests, and I've found a few in the wild, but unfortunately none of them have been shiny, obviously. Well, let's see if we get lucky from these ones. Number 1 is the male, but not shiny. And the second one is also a male, but sadly not shiny. Frillish definitely feels like one of the more uncommon spawns. I want to say that they're rare by any means, but they're definitely not as common as you'd like them to be. But it does make sense. It is the brand new shiny, so the odds of us getting a whole bunch of them right off the rip would be very low. And now we gotta take a quick break on the whole grind because it's time for Goku and I to go to the gym. But before we do that, Shiny Furfrou.
It's arm day!
Oh man, yeah, it's arm day too. So disappointing, no Shiny Furfrou, and we get to kill our arms, great. But tell you what, go ahead, click on this bottom right here. This is at shiny? The gym. It could be though, but it isn't. Oh, but it's a male though. Ooh, and a 531. I don't know if that's really good or not, but I mean, it would be cool if it was a hundo. But anyways, we're gonna go into the gym, we're gonna work out, and yeah, I'll see you afterwards. I don't know if he's gonna join me, but I think he's gonna be tired afterwards.
Many hours later.
And now we're done with the gym with Goku. It was a good time, but my arms are hurting for sure. On the way back though, I did incense a shiny Nidoran male, so that's the second one in today's video. And now I'm thinking, let's pop the daily incense. We got 30 minutes of it, and I have a path that I shouldn't have to stop for any point in time throughout that 30 minutes. And we'll see if we get a Galarian bird off this thing. It would be cool, but it looks like we're starting off with a Marlol, so that's cool, I guess. Well, sadly, no luck. We got 47 spawns in total. I would have had more, but unfortunately, I had some 7-kilometer eggs hatch in the middle of this. But 47 is still not a bad number, but sadly, no Galarian birds at all, no shinies, and I was hoping for more Furfrous, but we only got 1 on the thing. All right, everybody, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wrap up for the day, but before we do that, I did finish the Lovely Wishes timed research thing, so we're gonna get ourselves at least 6 encounters. So let's see what the first one is. It's gonna be a Frillish. All right, that's cool. I really hope we do get a shiny one of these soon, because I would love to get the green one. Honestly, I really wanna get the male Frillish shiny, because it just looks so good. So let's do the second one. It's the male Frillish, okay, and a 525. I learned recently that 539 is the hundo, so good luck, hopefully you get it. This little middle one right here is the female 509. Number 5, are you a male? It is a male, not shiny though, and 531, that's close. And here's the last one, probably a female, right? Yep, it's a female, but not shiny. I've been seeing some people get shinies from this research, and if you did, please let me know in the comments down below, because I want to be jealous. But on that note, here are the final rewards. We get a lure module, we're gonna get ourselves 25 Ultra Balls. I kind of need those, I've been using those a lot, and for Hoenn I'm gonna need them. But here's the final encounter, and it's a male Frillish that isn't shiny, and a 514. Oh well. Sadly, no shinies from this batch, but it's fine. We're gonna keep grinding. I'm hatching a whole bunch of eggs. You'll see that in a future video, and hopefully we will get lucky with those. But before we wrap up today's video, I really want to power up this hundo Shadow Nidoking that we got relatively recently. And since Nidoran male is spawning a lot during this event, we finally got enough XLs to power this up all the way. So boom, there we go, 297 of them. It's going to become a 2902, and there we go. It has officially been powered up all the way to level 50, and eventually in the future, I'm going to make sure it's a best buddy. But I have a few more best buddies I'm trying to work on first, so I don't know when this one's gonna make it. Smash the subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video, and also big shout out to my Patreon members and my YouTube members. Thank you so much for all your support. And if you're really enjoying the content and you want to see even more of it, I highly suggest this video right over here. But with that being said, I hope to see you in the next one.